I'm Liz, and you're watching The Great Lost Rewatch. Today is Wednesday, October 28th, and we're watching the Season 1 episode, All the Best Cowboys Have Daddy Issues. This seems to be true for all of our characters. I cannot think of one that does not have daddy issues. I mean, I know it's a good way to make an interesting character, but come on. Jack's got daddy issues. Claire has daddy issues because she has the same daddy as Jack. I think the only person that I can think of that doesn't have daddy issues is Saeed, and maybe I'm forgetting something. What happened previously at the end of Raised by Another is that Ethan takes Charlie and Claire, and now they've found out that Ethan was not part of the wreckage, they're survivors, and now they're trying to track Ethan to get Charlie and Claire back. Why does Ethan take Charlie and Claire? And we don't find this out until later. He doesn't really take Charlie for any reason other than that he was there with Claire. Bad timing, I guess. And for leverage. A hostage. I don't know. They have to split up because Charlie is leaving them a trail, and they're not sure if he's really leaving them a trail or Ethan's leaving them a dummy trail, which Kate explains because she is also a tracker. Who knew? She says that she spent 8 hours, the numbers are creeping in, with her dad hunting, and she explains that her dad was in the military, and when I'm watching this, I'm thinking, Kate, that's not your dad, that's your stepdad. Bring in the plot element of the tide moving up the beach to get rid of some of the plane wreckage so they don't have to keep having this the wreckage on the beach. They can explain why it's not there anymore. This is the first appearance of the red shirt metaphor. So Boone and Locke go one way, and Locke has a red shirt that he's cutting up and tying around trees so that they know their way back. Red shirts. They bring up Star Trek, one of my favorite TV shows. And the rest is history, as they say. I wonder if Walt ever got that $20,000 he won off of Hurley playing backgammon on the island. I mean, we know they meet off the island after Hurley gets off the island. Does he pay up? Is that how Walt can afford to go to that fancy private school it looks like he's going to in The Life and Death of Jeremy Bentham? I remember watching this episode. It was this Lost started my freshman year of college, and I had a single, so I would watch Lost by myself in my dorm room. I would sit on my bed like it was a couch, and I remember just sitting there during the hanging scene when Charlie's hanging, just sitting there like, oh my god, no, not Charlie. I was already like hooked. I didn't want him to die. I was gonna be distraught if he did die. It was a very hard episode to watch. Rewatching is not so bad, but oi. The other point that I wanted to bring up is that if Jack is doing CPR like that, and then like bam, bam, and really hitting him that hard, he would have broken all of his ribs. All of them. I noticed when I was watching this episode that Kate at the end tells Shannon if there's anyone that Boone is safe with, it's Locke. And thinking of the irony in that statement. Just wait a little while, Shannon. You'll find out. In the flashback, we learn that Jack will do CPR for a really long time, which is set up for later in the episode. And we find out why Jack and his father were not on speaking terms when his father died. And it was because Jack outed him for being drunk while in a surgery. And man, that is terrible. And the fact that he wanted to cover it up, and even had Jack talked into covering up, it's terrible. Oh my god. Can you think of a worse surgeon? And then, this episode is great. I think it's just, it's kind of the turning point in this season. It's kind of like the halfway point, I feel like, because we find the hatch. Boone and Locke discover the hatch, and they're going to spend the rest of season 1 trying to dig it up and get into it. I think it's. I'm so excited. I got excited watching this episode. Like, oh, I found it. Yes. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Leslie, I will see you tomorrow for whatever the case may be. Bye.
We're gonna need to watch that again.